Hi, I'm maryjo with Fourth Dimension Healing in Stillwater, Minnesota, and I'm also the director of the Center for Crystalline Healing Studies, which is my online school, where I offer a variety of courses from beginning all the way through advanced coursework in energy healing and crystal healing. And there are links below this video if you're more curious about exploring what I have to offer for you. Today I want to take a couple minutes to talk with you about Shiva Lingam. I'm going to show you a piece here. And you can see, when you look at it, it may be familiar to you, although you may not know much about the Shiva Lingam. Shiva Lingam comes from the Narmada River in western India, which is one of India's sacred sites. When we look at the Shiva Lingam, we can see that it has a top and a bottom, which represents heaven and earth. So you can see that there is a balance between those energies that is contained within the Shiva Lingam. Shiva also represents balance between the masculine energies and the feminine energies. Masculine energies are those energies of action and activity and creativity. And the feminine energies are more related to resting and allowing and just being quiet. And so you can see that this is a wonderful stone to work with if you are in the process of bringing balance into your life. Shiva is a fairly heavy stone. It is a cryptocrystalline quartz consisting of silicon dioxide. And Shiva Lingams have fall about at a 7 on the Mohs hardness scale. So it's a fairly sturdy stone. When working with Shiva Lingam within my healing practice, sometimes a client may hold it in their hands. It may be placed at the crown chakra. It may be placed at the root chakra. It may be placed on one of the other chakras or somewhere around the body. Again, bringing in these transformational and balancing and active resting energies that Shiva is known for. So that's a piece, and I wanted to show you a piece that I actually work with in my healing practice so you can get a little bit better sense of the size that I work with. And so you can see this would be a wonderful piece to be able to hold in a hand, could place it anywhere on the body or around the body. It's not heavy, so it's not going to be uncomfortable during a healing session. I want to show you some others to just give you a sense of the variety of patterns that Shiva presents as. So look at this. Isn't that lovely? You're going to find most Shivas in these more brown and tan and soft muted colors. Here's one that's a little bit smaller than the one I just showed you. So they come in all kinds of different sizes, which makes them so fabulous to be able to slip in a pocket, slip inside a pillowcase, perhaps set next to you while you're at work. And when it comes to how to display a Shiva, if you would like to set it like this, I typically have a small little dish. I'll put a little bit of sand in it. You could use rice as well, although I like sand because it's inorganic, and so it's less likely to have little critters or little bugs kind of falling into that space that's holding that Shiva. But if you're using it for a short time, I think rice could be a real beautiful way. I would say that while you could set it in salt, my recommendation is typically not to put stones in salt because while the Shiva with its Mohs hardness of 7 could tolerate the salt, sometimes the salt is a bit corrosive, so I kind of take that off my plate when we are talking about how to support Shiva. Here's an example of a small piece, and these are all examples for the most part of what I carry in my online shop. This is wonderful if you have a little cage, and I have those on my shop. You can see what I'm talking about. You may have something like that already, where you can slip this in, and it could be worn around the neck. It could be hung someplace in your work or home environment. So they're just really a lovely piece to work with when we're talking about transformation, when we are talking about balancing those energies of masculine and feminine. And we're always going in and out of balance as human beings. And we also want to, for the most part, land in that centered, calm state. Shiva can really be helpful for that. So take a look at my online shop and you can see what I have available. You can learn a little bit more about Shiva. If you have any questions, please go ahead and send me a chat through my website. Go ahead and send me a text or an email. I'd be really happy to answer your questions, because my intention with all of the work that I do related to crystal healing is to help you heal body, mind, and spirit. Be well.